He's now $2 the favourite, My Wee Man number 7. As we get set for the Pulse Energy Westport Cup of 2017. $2 My Wee Man number 7. $4 Unico Legend. $6.50 Johnny Year. $8.50 for number 1 Augusta. Stablemates in the race. Red cap Augusta, white cap Precious Sarah. Tapes are back, they're racing in the Pulse Energy Westport Cup. And they've all paced away. Augusta wasn't quick away off the front, and Precious Sarah has been able to land itself straight on the speed. And here's Johnny. Johnny Eyre right up outside the speed in the early stages, and Otley came out for a bit of a look, but Thornley was keen to stay there on Precious Sarah. So Johnny Eyre dropped down to race into second. There's 2.5 lengths away third to Augusta. A further 4 lengths off racing next to Karunga Red Fantasy. There's 6 lengths away to Unico Legend. Shorteners are out. 1.5 lengths to My Wee Man. Imola's right on his tail, and they have the best part of 12 lengths to make up on the leader as they swing into the straight. And the pacemaker in the Pulse Energy Westport Cup here with Craig Thornley is Precious Sarah. Leads it by 1.5. Racing in second position is Johnny here, and 3 back on the inside, Augusta. 2 to Karunga Red Fantasy, 3 lengths away Unico Legend from My Wee Man, and a further 3 lengths off last is Imola. They have 2 circuits left to make here, and Precious Sarah, she won her debut on this day last year and leads by 1.5. Here she is in the Westport Cup. Second, Johnny Eyre, the Reefton Cup winner from 2016, and 3 back on the inside, Augusta. Then came Karunga Red Fantasy, the Akaroa Cup winner. Unico Legend is next. Then My Wee Man at the 2200 has Imola behind him, and he is the last. There's the best part of 8 or 9, top end to tail as they work over the crossing. The speed comes out of the race now as Precious Sarah works them up to complete their first circuit, leading 1.5. Johnny Eyre's second, and third Augusta. Fourth on the inside is Karunga Red Fantasy, and My Wee Man from the back takes off going forward. Second to last, Unico Legend. May stayed in, and Imola is last. Off the top of the track they travel now at the 1800 metre mark, and there's a lead change coming up here as the race favourite finds the top, My Wee Man. So My Wee Man now the leader over Precious Sarah. The margin is 2 lengths. Johnny Eyre 3 back on the inside, third in front of Augusta. 1.5 lengths away to Karunga Red Fantasy. Then Unico Legend, the third of the Hope Runners, is second to last, and Imola can see the whole herd. Around the turn they come. They have 1,500 metres left to travel, and My Wee Man, he was pretty uncontested when he found the top, but he did it at the right time of the race when the speed came out, and he leads them into the straight. Past the big crowd here at Westport. Leads 1.5 lengths. Second in the trail is Precious Sarah, just wanting to get their head up a touch, and Johnny Eyre 3 back on the inside. 1.5 lengths away to Augusta. Then Karunga Red Fantasy. Unico Legend off the inside to start its run, and Imola gets on its back. 1 circuit to make, and My Wee Man does it on a really tight line. This has been a very, very easy lead for the favourite. Leads by 1.5, Precious Sarah. 3 back of the inside is Johnny Eyre. Now parked Augusta in front of his stablemate, Unico Legend. They race around Karunga Red Fantasy and Imola last. 1,000 metres left to go. And it looks like a confident orange in front on My Wee Man. Out to the crossing. Leads 1.5 Augusta. Precious Sarah third the inside. Then Johnny Eyre, who's now locked up 3 back on the inside of Unico Legend. Second to last is Imola, and a neck away to the inside is Karunga Red Fantasy. Out to the 700 metres they go, and they start to quicken now. They're really ramping it up. And My Wee Man leads it by 3/4 Augusta. Just struggling to hold the leaders back now, Precious Sarah. Unico Legend next. On the inside is Johnny Eyre, a neck away to Imola, and 2 lengths away last of all is Karunga Red Fantasy as they run the side. 4:50 left to go. My Wee Man really starting to put it to them. Leads it by a long neck on Augusta. On the inside, Precious Sarah, Unico Legend reined along. Johnny Eyre nowhere to go. Then came Imola and Karunga Red Fantasy. They're on the circle. He give the glare on the favourite, My Wee Man, and it was an almighty glare too. My Wee Man swings the corner. Augusta back to the inside. They're well clear of the rest. It's My Wee Man starting to open up now. He burst away with the Pulse Energy Westport Cup. My Wee Man, you don't clear like that and win by that far. My Wee Man and Blair Nathan Orange beats home Augusta. Third over Johnny Eyre. Fourth in was Imola. Then came Karunga Red Fantasy, Unico Legend, and Precious Sarah was last.